This is Mechs vs. Minions. It's a programmatic, cooperative, campaign-based tabletop game for 2 to 4 players. Rumble's invited 4 intrepid Yordles to his school to learn how to program and pilot their newly crafted mechs against an army of marauding minions threatening the safety of Runeterra. With a story-driven campaign, modular boards, programmatic command lines, and multitudinous methods of mowing down massive mobs of marching minions, the Yordles will have to work together to stop the impending minion doom. So gather your team, dust off your flame spitter, and calibrate that hexmatic aimbot. Runeterra ain't gonna be saving itself.
Interesting. So yeah, Riot is apparently making a board game. I figured at some point Riot would have to make a game that's not League of Legends. I just didn't expect it to be a board game. So in any case, those of you interested, in the description below, I'll link to the actual Riot page with, well, this stuff here. I mean, there's that little intro video there. There's actually a bunch of stuff on here. There's an FAQ down here for those of you interested in what's going on. A big list of what all comes with this whole package here. There's actually a rule book. I can show you that quickly. I downloaded it. Also, there's a soundtrack, which I guess we may as well have playing in the background. You know, why not? It's more so just ambient sounds going on here. This one's called Green Battlefield. There's one called Lava Caves. So I guess kind of like the idea is you got the like, I don't know, like you're playing D&D or something, and your DM has a custom soundtrack. That sort of idea, in case you're too lazy to find your own music or something. This is not even music, again, this is just ambient sounds. But in any case, yeah, the rule book. Now, the rule book you can download. This is not so much like an instruction thing on how to play the game, I'm guessing. This more just seems like an index or like I don't know, encyclopedia of rules. It's all just listed alphabetically for all the different aspects of the game. Yeah, you just kind of go down here. There's actually there's like 16 pages worth of rules, so it looks like it's, you know, not the most in-depth game I've ever seen, but it has some. Like, it's relatively complicated-ish, as far as I can tell. But then, I'm not really a board game guy, so I don't really know this stuff too much. I don't have much of a frame of reference to compare things to. The cost appears to be $75, which, again, I don't know if that's, like, average or expensive or cheap or what, given, like, seemingly it's a relatively complex game if you read through all the stuff and, like, just kind of watch all the things, especially this video down here, which I'll show you guys at the end. This one actually looks kind of neat. This video that explains like combat and movement and stuff like that. But again, I'm not a board game guy. I actually don't really like board games all that much. But I know there are a lot of board game people out there. Like, it's a relatively popular sort of pastime, I suppose. And there have been a few I've enjoyed. Like, for example, I really actually like playing, what the hell is that thing called? Talisman? So anyway, I mean, and this thing kind of like that allows you to sort of customize your guy, essentially. So in that sense, maybe I would enjoy playing it, so I was giving it a shot. I'm not going to go out and get it, because again, I'm not a board game guy. So again, like, I don't really have a hell of a lot to say about all this, but I am well aware that, yes, board games are a pretty popular thing out there. So yeah, other than that, really, I mean, again, given that this is not my field of expertise, I should just kind of let you guys look at the site yourselves and look things over. Once again, there's this other video here, which I'll show you guys. I'm just going to play it out while, you know, while we end the video or something. But yeah, I was talking about, it talks about how, like, you program your mech with these cards, and that's how you make it, like, move and attack, and it's kind of an interesting system. I also probably note that it's kind of weird that Riot spends so much, I don't know, seemingly time and money. Not so much lately. Like, I remember more so, like, maybe about a year or two back, like, Riot was spending a lot of time and money on stuff that wasn't exactly the core game. Like I don't know, the plushie store. Plus, they made that full soundtrack, and then they also make like movies and stuff. And now they have a board game as well. So anyway, this is the thing here. I'll see you guys around and turn my stuff off.
Hi, y'all. All right. Settle down, find your seats, and welcome to Rumble's intense training of programmable lab suits. I'm your instructor, Rumble, and I'm also the dean of the school. And the founder.
We know who you are, Rumble.
And we're here today to talk about what it takes to pilot a mech. Now, any nincompoop can weld a couple of pieces of metal together and hop inside. But the real artistry comes when you program your mech. And so that's what I intend to teach. Now here you see an empty command line, just like the ones you'll find in the cockpit of your own mechs. Notice the 6 slots. That's where we put the ultra-important commands to make the mech turn and move.
And blow stuff up?
Yes, Ziggs. And blow your enemies to smithereens.
Yes!
Now here is an example of all the movement programs your mech can be programmed with. Notice they each have a different color and symbol in their top left. This represents the core energy associated with the program. Metal, fire, electricity, and computery.
Do you mean computational?
I mean computery! And while these are the movement commands, each core energy also has a turn and an attack program associated with it. To make things easier for you, I put these programs into command cartridges that I've abbreviated to command cards. As an example, here are the 3 computery command cards. Now, cards alone don't do diddly. You make your mech operational by slotting these command cards into your command line. That looks like this. In this example, my mech would go forward 1 step, turn 90 degrees, and then fire a ripsaw. And then take another step forward. See? You always read from left to right. And if there's nothing in a slot, that's okay. You just skip over it. Now every couple minutes, I'll provide the class with a selection of command cards. You will each take one and add it to your command line. But keep in mind, you don't start over from scratch. You build upon what you've already programmed. So now this mech is even more powerful. But by itself, this would make each mech pretty lackluster. So I've augmented each of these command cards so that, as long as they're built from the same core energy, they can stack on top of each other, up to 3 deep.
Wait. What?
In this example, we have a command line with a fuel tank. That's a fire command card that makes you turn. Now on your next turn, you could put this blaze in front of or behind the fuel tank. But since they're both fire cards, you also have the option of putting the blaze on top of the fuel tank. When you do this, you lose whatever functionality was on the below card. So here, it would no longer turn, but instead get a super powerful blaze that will let you travel 2 steps instead of 1. And here, we've overwritten it a 3rd time. Now it's no longer going to make your mech move forward, but it's an ultra mega powerful flame spitter.
Can you stack more than 3 cards in a slot?
Great question, but no.
Can you jimmy a new commander card beneath the stack? Or do you only put the new commander cards on top?
You gotta place them on top.
Daisy that.
Anything else? Well, that's it then. Let's go outside and we'll begin the final exam.
Wait, that's it?
Yep, it's an accelerated curriculum. There's other stuff like taking damage and customizing your mech with schematics, but honestly, you'll learn that stuff as you go.
Seriously?
Class dismissed. I'll meet you outside for your final exam, and we can do diplomas.
Inconceivable. What I expect.
Goodbye.